Hey guys, today we're going to move into section 4.5, and we're actually going to be learning how to prove triangles congruent. We're going to learn some shortcuts because before today, you would have to have that every side in this triangle had a congruent side in this triangle, and every angle in this triangle had a congruent angle in this triangle. So you have to have 6 pieces of information, and that's a lot, and sometimes you don't always have all that. So today what we're learning is shortcuts, right? Maybe I don't have all the sides and all the angles. Okay, well maybe I have side, side, side. Or maybe I have side, angle, side. So these are just shortcuts to proving triangles are congruent, because that's our main goal for the rest of this chapter, is to prove triangles are congruent. So the first one, SSS, was side, side, side. This is probably the easiest one. If you want to prove triangles are congruent, you actually don't have to know anything about their angles. You can just have congruent corresponding sides. So notice AB was 4 centimeters and DF is 4 centimeters. AC is 7, EF is 7. BC is 6 and DE is 6. So yes, these two triangles are congruent by side, 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 because they have 3 sides in common. Now over here, this is called your congruent statement. We've talked about these. Remember, order matters. So notice A is between red and green, should go with F. A goes with F. All right. B is between red and blue. D is between red and blue. And it's very color-coded on here, so it's easy to see, but once you start getting into the work and doing this on your own, you really have to pay attention to order. All right, so there's a reason ABC is congruent to FDE. Yes, order matters. You're telling me angle A goes with angle F. Angle B goes with angle D. Right? Side AB goes with side FD. So order matters. And the last one we're going to learn today is side, angle, side. Now, it's very important to know where the angle is located. And it's exactly where it's located here. It's in between 2 sides. It's in between 2 sides. So here you have a side and a side. So see those tick marks? This has 2 tick marks. This has 1 tick mark. So this is a side. This is a side. And the angle is in between that. You call that included. So we're going to look at this word right here. If it's included, it means between. So it's between 2 sides. So when you're trying to say this, you have an angle in between 2 sides. Well, this one has that same angle in between the same 2 sides. So yes, these 2 triangles are congruent by side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Again, order matters. This is telling me angle A goes with angle E, and it does. They both have a rainbow here. B goes with F. A, B, C, E, F, D. Order matters. And again, that was by side, angle, side. So let's try some. Use side, side, side to explain why the 2 triangles are congruent. Now, if you notice, here we have 1 tick mark, so that's side. Here we have 2 tick marks, there's second side. But I don't see 3. So if you remember from yesterday, we talked about that reflexive property. When am I ever going to use this? Why do I need to say A equals A? Right? It's one of those, it's obvious, right? Well, here's where you have to use it. AC in this triangle is the same as AC in this triangle. So you would state that AC is congruent to AC, and I know it seems silly, but what it's saying is AC in this triangle is congruent to AC in this triangle. And we would say our reasoning is the reflexive property. And so, yes, A, B, C is congruent to C, D, A by side, side, side. So we have AD equals BC, DC equals AB, and then AC equals AC. Next one says state if the two triangles are congruent. So we don't know if they are. If they are, state how you know. So I think we just did this one. Triangle. So let's do A, B, C. Let's go in order here. A, B, C. Now we chose our order, we have to stick to it. So A, notice in this triangle it's between 1 and 3. Over here, C is between 1 and 3. So we did A to B. We're going to do C to D to A. By side, side, side. Over here, it looks like we have a side, an angle, and a side. And here, these are congruent. Our angles are both 90, and these are congruent. So yes, triangle. Again, let's go in alphabetical order just for the heck of it. So we're going to do A, B, C. But now you have to stick to your order. So notice A is by that side marked 3. E is by that side marked 3. So triangle E, A, B, C, E, D, F. By side, angle, side. An angle in between two sides. Next one says, state what additional information is required in order to know the triangles are congruent for the reason given. So they want us to prove these two triangles are congruent by side, angle, side. Well, we have a side in common, and that's it, right? Well, always look in your picture. Remember, if you see, let me go back. Remember we marked that reflexive side? Even though it wasn't marked originally, we can mark it in the picture because you know AC is the same for both triangles. Well, you can also mark vertical angles because vertical angles will always be congruent. So this angle right here will be congruent to this angle because of vertical angles. So angle HIJ will be congruent to angle EIG because they're vertical. And I'm just writing that for you. That's not part of the actual answer. So what else do we need? Well, we have side, angle. We need another side. Now, location does matter. We need the angle to be between two sides. So we need JI to be congruent to IE. This is the actual answer, right? What additional information do you need to prove these are congruent by side, angle, side? We have side, we have angle, we need side. So we need that JI is congruent to IE. And then we could say side, angle, side. All right, moving on to the next one. So again, always look for additional information. I see that XZ. So you know XZ in this triangle is congruent to XZ in this triangle. So don't just go marking stuff in pictures. You can mark vertical angles because those are always equal, and you can mark the reflexive side. Other than that, don't start marking stuff. So what else do we need to prove these are congruent by side, side, side? Well, we have a side, we have a side, we need the third side. So we need DX to be congruent to ZY. Because if these were congruent, then yes, these two triangles are congruent by side, side, side. So what additional information? Be specific. If you tell me an angle, I want to know which angle. If you tell me a side, I want to know which side has to be marked. And then the last part, here it says state the triangles, or sorry, show the triangles are congruent for the given value of the variable. So they tell you x is 3. Well, we don't really need that here, but x is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 5 is 4. So now we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Well, you have a side in common, you have another side in common, and you have a third side. in common. So you just have to plug those in and show me yes by side, side, side. So plug them in and show me the values though. So here we did, x was just 3. Here we did 3 times 3 minus 5. Here we did 3 minus 1. Over here, these ones are all done for us. So we just got to plug in y is 7. So 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. There's your side. Angle 2 times 7 plus 42, we're going to get 126. There's your angle. And yikes, squared. 7 squared plus minus. Just kidding, that's a minus. Minus. So 49 minus 28 plus 3. And we should get 24. So yes, these are congruent, yes, by side, angle, side. So show me the actual plugging in, just like I showed here, right? 7 squared, 4 times 7. So 49 minus 28, and then add 3. I want to see the actual math. Okay, so show me the math, and then you're just proving to me yes by side, 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 or yes by side, angle, side. And that's all we have for today. Get your homework done, turn it into focus. Bye, guys.